All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick's on the Power. So I wanted to make a video about Calum Von Moger. So recently in one of his vlogs, Calum Von Moger says his goal is to compete at the Mr. Olympia in the Classic Physique division in 2018. So I got a couple questions about this from you guys asking me how I think he will do, if I think he can make it to the Olympia, and how that's going to go for Calum. So first I want to talk about Calum's bodybuilding history. So he was a 3-time Mr. Universe. So in the WFF, which is like a NABA affiliation organization, he was a pro bodybuilder in that organization. So in that organization, he won the Mr. Universe 3 times. So this was a WFF/NABA Mr. Universe. So this was not an NPC or IFBB thing. So recently, in 2016, he competed in his very first show ever as a Classic Physique competitor in the NPC. So that would be the NPC Iron Games, which he won the overall at. And then he would also compete at the NPC Excalibur, which he also won the overall at in the Classic Physique division. So before we talk about whether or not Calum could do well at the Olympia in Classic Physique, we got to talk about his road to actually getting on the Olympia stage. So first and foremost, Calum is not yet an IFBB pro. He's an NPC competitor, so he still has to turn pro, get into the IFBB, and then qualify for the Olympia. So an interesting thing to note here is that because Calum is not from the United States, he cannot get his pro card at the NPC USAs or the NPC Nationals, so he would most likely have to win one of the Arnold Amateur events. So his road to an IFBB pro card would not consist of the USAs or Nationals. It would be kind of a non-traditional route, doing it that way. So honestly, I think actually getting a pro card should not be too big of a challenge for him. I think he will be able to do that and turn pro in Classic Physique. A lot of people say it's easy to get a pro card in Classic Physique. Well, it might be easy if you're from the United States because you get a lot more opportunities to get one here in the U.S. if you are from the U.S., but it's going to be a little bit harder for Calum, but I do think it is possible and it is probable that he will get one before the 2018 Olympia. Now, once he gets that pro card, he's still going to have to qualify to actually compete at the Olympia by either winning a pro show or qualifying on points, which I think he also should be able to do if that is really his goal. So the real question is, once he gets to the Olympia, if he does in fact get to the Olympia, how will he do and can he win the Classic Physique Olympia? So I think absolutely he has a very good shot at winning or placing very highly in Classic Physique. He obviously has a body that seems to have been tailored for this Classic Physique division. He has a very aesthetically pleasing physique. A lot of people compare him to Arnold. And his whole social media personality that he's developed online and this massive following that he has been based primarily on the fact that he is very aesthetic and he has this classic physique. So I do think that is one of the things that's definitely in his favor, is he does have a very classic, very aesthetic physique that really fits the division very well with his height and his size, et cetera, et cetera. So overall, if we look at some of these photos from his most recent NPC competitions, he looks very good. He has a very good classic physique, obviously, like I said before. But really, the things that he's going to need to bring up to compete at the Olympia level is mostly going to be his back. Now, obviously, he has a great physique. I'm not taking anything away from him. But on the Olympia stage in Classic Physique, one of the things that I've noticed is these guys have incredible back development. They have super wide lats that really enhance the V-taper. They really have that wide upper body, the wide shoulders, and a very narrow waist. Now, while Calum does have a very impressive physique, one of the things that I noticed, especially in the front double bicep, is that his lats don't look very wide. If he had wider lats, he would have a much more classic-looking physique and a much better V-taper, which is one of the things a lot of these guys on the Olympia stage, these top Olympian classic physique guys, they have really, really wide lats, especially from the front. And that's one of the things that they really look for in the judging on classic physique. So that's one of the things I would like to see Calum bring up. His legs are good. His arms are good. In terms of hitting the classic poses, I think he does a very good job of hitting them, as you can see in these photos. So really my prediction will be that, yes, I think he can get a pro card. Yes, I think he can qualify for the Olympia. And yes, I think he can do well on the Olympia stage. Do I predict he will win the 2018 Olympia? I'm going to go ahead and say not. But I do think he'll qualify, and I think he'll place very, very well. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about Calum Von Moger competing in Classic Physique. Do you think he'll make it? How do you think he will do? Please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.